Hey everyone, so I wanted to give you a bit of an update. I've been now posting pretty much consistently since September 13th, so it is 2 months now to the day of making YouTube videos. And my first video was just a cover of Firm Foundation, and I did that just because through what I was going through, I needed to record the song and just get it out there. So I did that, and then the next day and the day after and the day after that, I was just enjoying the process. So I started doing that and started to see some traction. So I kind of wanted to share just a bit of the ups and downs and sort of the struggles, and I'll show you some of my analytics as well and how that's going. But keep in mind, like most of my content is cover songs. There's been a couple original songs in there, but for the most part, it's just me covering other people's music. So it's not going to maybe have the same traction as people making all original content. So I just wanted to kind of give that bit of a disclaimer in here. So as far as actually like making the videos, it started off fairly simply. I was just playing my guitar, one take, easy editing. I was able to do even some days 2 videos on a single day, and realistically there wasn't much traction to that as all, and I'll show you on the analytics here. So if I go back to the last 90 days, so you can see that my first post happened here on September 13th, and 7 views that day. Basically, it stayed under 10 views for the most part for the first little while. And when I ended up getting to about the end of September, that's when you start seeing some of this traction pick up, and it kind of stayed around like over that 50 views a day mark for a little bit. Fluctuated a touch in here, but it was kind of hovering around that area for basically the first entire month. So if you're looking for immediate traction, maybe you'll get that if you've got people who are already looking to follow a channel that you create. But if you're just kind of starting organically out of nowhere, this is at least what I've had from my experience. So maybe that's just something to kind of set your expectations there. As far as subscribers are concerned over that time, so you can see I didn't really start getting subscribers until realistically till near the end of October. So I was already about a month in of making videos, and in some cases, multiple videos a day. And then I started seeing those subscribers come in. So, and it's not even like it's been a ton of subscribers all at once. It's been kind of a trickling effect. You can see currently at this 2-month mark, I have 36 subscribers now. And obviously there's a long way to go before there's even the idea of monetization. But that's just, again, to kind of help you have a perspective of if you're looking to start this journey as well, and kind of just want to set your expectations. Like, that's just what I've experienced. Some people have had more subscribers than that in that time. I know I saw a video the other day of someone who's been again doing YouTube videos pretty consistently for about 2 months, and they were closer to around 100 subscribers at that time. And then that picked up after that. So just to kind of, again, help you to set your expectations of what to look for, that's sort of my experience through this. There's definitely, just to prepare yourself, the opportunity to be pretty critical through this process. So you can have good days where you see those peaks. Like, for example, you see this here, one of my videos, it was this one here, All Sons and Daughters, Great Are You Lord. That got a lot of views in a short period of time. I guess the algorithm just decided to push that, and I believe it was in Brazil, and there was just a lot of traction at that point in time. So you see, like, all these low views, and then all of a sudden it's over 100, and it's climbing, gets to 194, and you kind of living on this, like, yeah, things are moving. I can see that traction, and then all of a sudden, boom, drops down to 67 the next day, and doesn't really pick up that much again. So it's kind of crazy just to see these ups and downs on some of these videos as the algorithm is just pushing them, and then it's kind of testing them out. Really, it's seeing if it's going to work, and then it gives up on it, and then it tries another video, or however it's decided to try and keep viewers on the platform. It's using your videos to see if that works. So just again, as part of preparation, like you may have some days that are up here like almost 200 views, and you know you're living with that and it's so exciting. And then the next day it's 67 views, right? So the benefit here, or the bright side at least, to look at it and go, okay, you know, at the beginning there was basically 10 views a day, like nothing, and now there's more of a consistency as I've been making videos to see that like over 50 views a day kind of mark, right? And then I released this one video here, and it was a short. It was the first short that I made, and within basically a day it got over 500 views. Like, it was significant for my channel, right? And it was just a short, you know, I think it's like 24 seconds or something like that, and it was a super short video, just me kind of making fun of myself doing something wrong while I was recording, and you just see this peak of viewership, which was nice. So I decided to incorporate shorts within the process as well. I mean, currently I think YouTube as a platform, the algorithm is pushing that out to more people, and that viewership happens quickly. So you can see again that my recent upload, so today is the 13th, so yesterday I updated with this other short. It's just a clip of one of my videos that's, you know, been doing all right. And so you can see here, this is the full-length video from October 21st, and it's got over 150 views. And then you have this short that I made, which is less than a minute, and that one there I have gotten, see, you can see here, top content, it's gotten 505 views over the past 48 hours. So shorts work, right? This video here, the Lord I Need You short, that one there actually converted into some subscribers as well, which is great. But I think it's just good to get some traction in an area of YouTube that's being pushed more than regular full-length content. So keep that in mind as well, that gives you the opportunity. You can see here, just off of views in the last 48 hours, like there's a couple little peaks here, 17 views, and just over these individual hours, it's a few here, a few there, and that's been pretty consistent for my channel, I think, for the most part. And then all of a sudden, once that short hit some traction, you can see that those numbers really jumped here throughout that period. So that's just hopefully some insight to you into how that works out. Again, I've only been doing this for 2 months, and it's not like my channel's really hit it off and just making waves, but I'd like to think, at least at this point, that this is a realistic expectation of a channel for you. I haven't paid for any sort of promotion throughout this period. It's all been organic. I haven't really been promoting too much until recently on Instagram, and that hasn't even been like a big deal. My Instagram is basically nothing at all. And this has basically just been on YouTube itself. So if that's what you're looking to do, and you think that this is going to be maybe something that you're going to jump into, and you're going to see these views skyrocket, I mean, you may get a viral video right off the bat, and that's going to be just something that picks up. But if you're not consistently making those kind of videos, then you're going to see a peak, and then it's going to lull, and you may not have that sort of consistent viewership. So I personally, I'm not upset with the way things are going. Again, there are some days that are better than others, but I'd rather have that organic sort of traction pick up, so there's more sustainability to it. And that's basically what it is. Like, I went from posting a video or 2 videos a day for probably a month and a half or so, and now I'm at about 3 full-length videos a week, and then some shorts here and there, kind of placed within the posting that I'm doing as well. So for the most part, it's still consistently every single day, but it's a mix of different things. And some of my shorts are just, again, condensed versions of the longer videos that I've made. So it's just taking those videos and editing them down to about a minute, and posting those as shorts. So I hope that gives you some insight to this process, at least from what I've experienced. And, you know, it's a lot of trial and error. You go through and you kind of change different tags that are on your videos. You change the actual thumbnails of your videos and you see what kind of has traction. There seems to be a lot of people on YouTube giving you these videos and you turn this one thing off and all of a sudden you'll get a bunch of views, or turn this one thing on and your views are going to skyrocket. And I've tried some of those things and ultimately I don't see these huge sort of increases in what's going on. But again, that may be because I'm doing cover content and not original content. I don't know. Maybe you've had certain luck in those areas that I haven't, but for the most part, I think this is just, again, going to give, at least my hope is that it's going to give a realistic idea of what a channel growth looks like in those first 2 months. So I hope that this has been insightful to some degree for you. If you're on this journey with me, maybe it's been encouraging to know that if you've got lower numbers like I do, that this is not just you, and we're on this journey together. So hopefully I can hear from some of you as well and see kind of how this has been for you and what your experience has been like, or if you've got any helpful advice to continue to grow a channel, I would love to hear that as well. So again, I hope that helps and that this was a beneficial video to you, and yeah, take care everyone. Love you guys.